And the very good news for us was they clearly answered both questions with no. So the trials are not futile and we don't need a sample size increase. And this was really a very nice outcome for us because the trials can continue as planned without any changes.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Jessica Brew, Vice President of Investor Relations and Communications at Munich. Jessica, really good to speak with you. And you're at the BioEurope conference right now up north in Stockholm in Sweden. Tell us a bit about the conference and what Munich's goals are for the event.
Yeah, thank you, Stephen. Good morning, and thanks for having me today. Yes, we are here up north in the cold region of Europe in Sweden at BioEurope conference. BioEurope is one of the biggest partnering and networking conferences in Europe, really having several thousands of biopharma delegates from across the globe, and offering really comprehensive networking opportunities and also an interesting program. And we as a Munich team, we are here with our senior management focused on business development and also investor relations. We are having meetings really ranging from science and clinical to pharma and other biotech companies, investors, banks, and also media and journalists, really covering the full spectrum here.
Any dominating topic that's being discussed heavily on site, Jessica?
Yeah, I would say today it's November the 5th, so the US elections are all over the place. People are really discussing the outcome scenarios and what this might happen. But content-wise, it's really all about partnering, financing, and deal-making here. So really focusing on the strategic discussion. And what we also see a lot is an outlook into 2025. So really looking at what's coming in the first quarter and what will be the main focus areas. So starting to look into the next year.
Jessica, can you remind us, you recently reported interim data from your phase 3 program of vidofludimus calcium in relapsing MS. What was that about?
Yes, correct. That was about 2 weeks ago. We reported this very positive outcome from the interim analysis of our phase 3 ENSURE program. And there was an IDMC, an independent data monitoring committee, who actually looked at unblinded data. And this IDMC was asked to answer 2 questions. The first one was, is the trial or are the trials futile or not? And the second question was, do we need a sample size increase in order to reach the primary endpoint of the trials? And the very good news for us was they clearly answered both questions with no. So the trials are not futile and we don't need a sample size increase. And this was really a very nice outcome for us because the trials can continue as planned without any changes. And it was a nice confirmation that the program is on track.
The next steps for the program, Jessica?
The next steps, so the enrollment is continuing. We have guided that this is still ongoing and we are on track. And then we expect the completion of both trials in 2026.
You also have another of your MS trials reading out shortly. That's in April, right?
Yes, correct. That's our phase 2b CALLIPER trial of vidofludimus calcium in progressive MS. Just to remind everybody, this is really a proper phase 2b trial testing 45 milligrams of vidofludimus calcium versus placebo. The primary endpoint is brain volume change up to 120 weeks. And the key secondary endpoint, maybe even a little bit more important from a medical standpoint, is confirmed disability worsening. And we reported completion of enrollment last year already. So the trial has fully enrolled 467 patients with all forms of progressive MS, so including primary progressive MS and also active and non-active secondary progressive MS. And as you said, we expect the top-line data from this phase 2b CALLIPER trial in April of next year. So really, for us, the next bigger milestone and very important milestone coming up in just a couple of months.
Well, Jessica, I hope you have a good and hopefully busy remaining time at BioEurope.
Yeah, thank you very much, Stephen. And if anybody who sees this video still wants to meet us, please reach out to me or my colleagues. And also, of course, happy to meet anytime at one of the upcoming conferences or one-on-one.
Well, Jessica, thanks again for your time. Jessica Brew, Vice President of Investor Relations and Communications at Munich.